Punk Rock Magazine!
Who started this band?
We did.
What made you want to start this awesomely kick-ass band?
We did. Well, I think Nadia had played in a few bands before that, and I had just been jamming for years, and I played with the same kind of Kitsilano basement band for fantasy of an all-girl band. And so I was hunting for players, and it took me a long time to find the drummer. And then we found a guitar player and bass player.
Had many different
but they switched up.
We did have all girls for quite a while.
I think up until 2020.
Yeah.
So we started for like 7 years. We had an all-girl band. Yeah, and that was pretty awesome. And then we unfortunately had to start working with guys. Just kidding. Anyway, next.
Who are the lead singers in this band?
You mostly. I do some backups.
And
yell some stuff here and there.
And we also do some songs where we do trade like back and forth, right? So those are really fun, right? Yeah. And so when we had all girls, everybody sang, and right now we're just working with us to sing.
Where do you record your music, and who has been producing?
I think. Go.
Blue Sky?
Yeah, it was Blue Wave Studios.
Blue Wave, sorry.
Yeah, we recorded our first demo in March 2014. Yeah. Anyway, we had Randy, who plays with us now on guitar. He came in and did the engineering, and students did it too. It was a Powder Blues band by Tom Lavin. It was his studio, and I went there as an audio engineering student, so I had free time to record there. So we did that, and then our friend Mark Godfrey, the #1 soul kid, he mixed it, those 5 songs in his little apartment on
We did some backup vocals in his apartment.
Yeah, we did, and we even did overdubs of everything. Anyway, so those 5 songs that we recorded were All My Friends. Yep.
Part of East Band. Baloney.
No. Dave's Not Here, and Coffin Chaser. Is that right? Anyway, something like that. Talk Yourself Up.
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah. Okay. And then our next album we recorded in Nanton, Alberta, and
Steve Lurie.
With Steve Lurie, yep. And we had a little studio called Crab Apple Downs, and we recorded Ice Cream. And we recorded that with Michelle Duff and Brooke Fujian. And it was a 7-song EP. And again.
Steve Lurie.
Yeah, but in the basement here. He came in August 2020 to record True Stories Denada. That was after we came back from Europe. That was our little catchphrase. We thought, that's not.
True Stories of Nothing.
Yeah. And then the last album we recorded was called Quack. And we recorded it here again in November. Yeah.
But down the street.
At Iron
else's basement.
Billy Barker, he is from the music scene in Vancouver, and he happened to get a house down the street, and he had a big, huge basement with a wood stove, and so Steve set up his equipment there.
You have released 3 albums to date. In 2018, Ice Cream, with supercharged, fun, pogo power songs like Shut Up. The 2021 True Stories Denada, that keeps those tasty punk rock guitars and drums front and center while belting lyrics that talk about life in the time of COVID.
Moy's talking.
Being a Canadian peasant and pipelines, it's such a great punk rock album and should be in every Canadian's playlist. Who did that scream at the 20-second mark in Late in French? It was amazing.
I did.
Also, we have Quack.
But that's the next question.
Is it? What? In 2023, you released Quack, which had such great songs on there, like Bison. Your song, The They, talks about the rich wrecking the world and taking what's left for themselves. With everything that's happened in the last month with Trump getting elected and letting the billionaires take a wrecking ball, do anything they want to get out of their way, what can the average person do to fight back?
I think what the average person can do is divest from major corporations. Pretty easy, you know, boycott the big boys. Grow your own garden, walk everywhere you can, and create a small, more micro community of people that can support each other. And that way, you won't be dependent on the billionaires leading us into the next new age of world order, which I say they can all go fuck themselves. And we need to unite on that level. So if you say, fuck you billionaires, then you're with me and I'm with you. So let's do it together. Fuck you billionaires.
How did you meet?
Okay, well, I met Nadia in downtown Vancouver. I used to live at kitty corner from the Woodwards building in an apartment at Cordova and Habit. And I was going out, I had a jam space down at a place called Iron Lake Studio, so I was going to catch the bus down there, and I went out, and it was like 1 in the morning or something, and I saw this figure at the bus stop, and I thought, oh, who's this young girl waiting? So I went up and introduced myself, and I was like, hey, you want somebody to hang out with you while you wait for the bus? So, yeah.
And I was coming from a show from Funky Winker Beans late at night, so I was appreciative of this lady waiting with me in that that late, and she asked me if I play music, and yeah, I play drums. A drummer.
Yeah. For a long time. I was looking for a drummer for over a decade. Like, whoa, shit, a girl drummer. Fuck!
I played
Ben.
in a band called the East Bands.
Yes.
Jackie, who brought me into her jam space, and she was like, we were like, oh my god, it's you.
Yeah, we couldn't believe it because I was like told that she was bringing a drummer blind, and I was like, not even walked in, and then we both were like screaming.
Girls.
Like, and then we like wrote right away. I played the bass, and she jumped on the kit, and we wrote 2 songs. So.
East Band? East Band, East Band.
Yeah,
And
East Band. And
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here because Dave was the guy who ran Iron Man Studios, and unfortunately he wasn't there that night.
How did the rest of you meet?
This rest person? This guy? Yes.
Vancouver music.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think the first time I met Kurt, that was in like way back in the late 80s at a place called Our Nose, and he was rehearsing there along with another band, the Sarcastic Mannequins, who rehearsed there. The first garage band I played in. But how did you meet him? You met?
I wasn't born yet.
Yep. Okay.
We met in the 2000s
Yep.
when they were dating.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and we started this band. Yeah. That's how we all met. Everybody meets in the Vancouver music scene, right? It's just like, it's a big melting pit of musicians. No. Yeah. That's fine. Right. Birds of a feather.
Flock together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like us.
They all fucked each other. Yeah.
Whoa! Different eras.
Different times, not no. If you call playing music together,
Cut. No,
fucking.
kidding.
He did. Keep that up. Yeah.
You,
Seriously, shut the fuck up!
How did you meet the band?
On the streets.
The streets of Princeton. It's hard out here.
Exactly. It's hard out here. We're all on the ghetto street. I know, we met because these guys organized a Friday night jam, right? Like on the street. Didn't you organize that, Kurt?
Well, we tried, but only him and I showed up.
Yeah. Oh, and so they just take their guitars out on, like, I think, was that during
Well,
COVID?
no, the idea was to
summertime.
play your
Oh,
amp on the
yeah.
street, and we all play on the street. But the thing is I couldn't hear what he was playing. And I don't know if he could hear what I was playing.
I couldn't hear anything. No.
Yeah.
It was a good idea. Anyway, we met him on the street. That's the word on the street, is we met him on the
Playing
street.
bass and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk by and be like, you suck. He probably felt the same way.
Yeah, right.
No,
He was trolling for cool people. And, you know, this is Sesame Street, so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the boy that was in the bedroom playing his bass forever and we just keep them. So I'm super stoked because Jacob rules.
Amazing bass player.
Amazing bass player, yeah. And we're writing a new album, so he's helping us with that.
I like how, so we did the tour, and they do a little, people give you a rundown on your new bandmates, right? And they're like, where did you get that bass player? And we're like, 2 doors down.
Just step aside.
Yeah, I know. But it was such not a good return on the story.
Lots of people did ask that though when we played that last little stint.
They certainly did.
Like, who the fuck is this? This is Jacob, right, Jacob?
Sure.
Jay motherfucking Todd.
Yeah.
It's got a Steve Harris bass, man.
Yeah. Well, you can check that out in the Rig Rundown.
Yeah. Love the Rig Rundown.
Okay, that's it.
My story and I'm sticking to it. I've had a few and that's what'll do it. Now it's time for the walk of shame.
It's a little melody maker. It's very beautiful. I really love the little custom skull volume knob, and that's all it has is volume. It's got the Fury ZP20 pickup, which is a very bright and fiery pickup with amazing sustain. So I'm playing this lovely guitar through this little Marshall that I picked up a few years ago. It's got a clean channel, and I often tune that up with my little super badass MXR distortion. Maybe I have a battery that ran out and I have the option of putting it into an overdrive channel, which has amazing gain. Of course, it's got a little EQ and I'm here to talk about this little amp here. It's called the Crate, and I used to play with this amp live, and it's quite spectacular sounding, especially with this amazing little melody maker. And I'm playing a Marshall now. This seems to be my main amp. Another amazing thing about this guitar is how the finish has been worn off on the back, and I think that was from Dirty Kurt's belt buckle for the years on the road. Another really amazing thing about this guitar that I love is the small neck. It's super easy for me to play, and the neck was shaved down by Mike Soper, originally playing in Stick Monkey with Kurt, and he's a luthier. Anyway, it's a very beautiful guitar, and a lot of people admire it. I will say when I get off stage, I do have some guitar people that come up and say, "What kind of guitar is that?"
Rig Rundown. Hi, I'm Nadia. I play drums and Shit Talkers. For sticks, I usually like thicker ones. Vic Firth are my favorite. 5B, 7B. These were gifts. Los Cabos. For my snare, I like a tight snare. Tight. So I sing and drum at the same time. And you're always sure with that shirt. For cymbals, Zildjian, obviously, great cymbals. I love these. Warm sound. I like to pair it, I like to hit my ride as a cymbal a lot, so I find they kind of sound good together, and then fast crash. For kits, I usually play a Frankenstein or a shit kit. I'll play on garbage cans. They sound good. Rig Rundown.
Rig Rundown. We have this beast. You got a good shot of the beast? This is a warm-up neck and body with an Evertune bridge that was put in by Rudy's Music in New York City. This is a custom Seymour Duncan. These are 2 single coil pickups from Stu Mac. They're like cheapo vintagey ones. It's wired with 2 volumes, one for the lead and one for these 2. These make a humbucker and they're out of phase, so it will make clacky sounds. Anyways, it's scalloped. It's got stainless steel frets. It's weird. You need a Peterson tuner. Everybody needs a Peterson tuner. Everybody should go buy their picks from V-Picks in Nashville, Tennessee. This one's the Insanity model. It's too much for you, but they make what you need. This is the SMF 15 water. You can't get one. Okay, I'm Randy. This is my studio, and what goes on here is practice for several bands. The Shrine Big Band practices here. I play guitar in the Shrine Big Band. My band, or my friend's band, Chris Econicide practice here. And another band I play bass in, not guitar, BBYTK practices here. That's my bass for that band. It's a old Squire from the 80s. This beautiful beast is my main practice guitar. It's a Warmoth Partscaster guitar. Scalloped, really wide neck, really wide everywhere neck with a carve on it like a hard V. It's one of my main backup guitars. Evertune Bridge, ESP Les Paul. My beautiful Stratocaster. Let's get a shot of Stratocaster. Woo! I love this guitar. It's another Warmoth Parts guitar. It's also scalloped. And I use that as much as I can for everything. When I play in the Shit Talkers, I brought it last time. I'll probably bring it again next time. It's my main live guitar. And yeah, so that's what we're up to. And that's what I'm up to around here. BBYTK, Shrine Big Band, Econicide, Shit Talkers. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, this is Jacob. This is a rig rundown. A Steve Harris P bass. So I run through the PB amp there. Pretty nice bass. I wanted this bass since I was in high school, and it just showed up in the pawn shop here in the town I live in. So I got it now. And it was a little messed up when I got it, but I got it back in working order and then shivved the neck. So it's actually a little bit easier to play because the way this thing was set up before was just total crap. So but it's nice now. And these are the pickups on them. Seymour Duncan Steve Harris pickups. Just got the basic controls on it, volume and tone. Keeping it simple.
Hi, I'm Kurt Robertson. We're doing Rig Rundown. This is a 1976 Mark II. Through a couple old Celestians. And I used to power soak for a long time, but I kept on blowing up my amp. And so now I'm using an MXR Super Badass at a smaller volume, yada yada. Of course, everybody uses the white box. If you don't, you're a fucking idiot. Well, or you got something better that I haven't heard about, please send me an email. Okay. Not necessarily Ernie Ball, just I need a 52. I don't care if it's a 10 or 11. Probably be fine. Okay, but my guitar techs tell me I torture my guitar by putting such heavy strings on it. 1962 SG with a Seymour Duncan slug. I couldn't get a hold of the ZP20. All redone by Dave Bacon. It was rotting away. He recoated it and put new knobs on it. Those tuning pegs come from, I think one of my first tours in 1989, Los Angeles. The guy was making those and gave them to me. This is the Hamer Standard. My workhorse guitar. Of course, the headstock has been snapped off in Scotland. And they said, "Oh, is that your main guitar?" I go, "Yes." And they go, "Not anymore." Anyways, it has remained my my workhorse for traveling around the world. It sucks in airports, I'll tell you that. So this has a Fury ZP20 in it. That is my pickup. This one's half broken, but gives you a really good reggae sound if you want to do that. Yeah, super workhorse, inspired by Cheap Trick. I saw them in 1978. They're live at Budokan Tour. And yeah, I feel a little Rick Nielsen when I play this.
You've got so many videos out, and they all look like they were a blast to make. They make you feel like you're at a crazy party with the shit talkers. How do you come up with the ideas for your videos?
Well, mostly they're like, most of our songs are like stories, or they are actual quotes, people that we've known, and so, I don't know, the pictures come to me when I'm writing the words. I actually have pictures in mind because I'm a visual artist as well, and I started making film when I was really young, and so I come up with the pictures and I piece it all together, yeah, and that's how it works.
Where did all the demented art come from that you used in Coffin Chaser?
I made all the sets. I made little puppets of wax, and I do the storyboard then because I kind of planned out. It's always when you get back the footage from the video person who edits it, there's a lot of missing stuff. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And
you toured Europe with the Rebellion Tour in 2019 and 2023. Can you tell us what that was like, touring Europe for the first time?
Amazing.
it was, yeah, pretty fantastic. In 2019, I sent out submissions to a whole bunch of different festivals, and we got invited to the introducing stage in Rebellion in 2019, and we went with our all-girl lineup. And
The response was amazing.
response
We
was
sold
amazing.
out of
We sold
almost
out.
all our merch.
We sold out almost all of our merch within 15 minutes after playing. And yeah, that was pretty fantastic. And then we went to
And that's the first time we met Rose Book here.
yeah,
In Germany.
In Germany.
Yeah.
Well, on that tour we went and did another show in Nuneaton with Jamie Oliver, who drummed for UK Subs and SNF and lots of bands. That's how I knew him. And he set us up with a gig in Nuneaton at his mom's bar, and we played there with that band from Brazil, Innocence.
Yeah.
And then we went to Amsterdam, and our gig was cancelled. But we had a great time there. And then we went to Spain and stayed with Batico Est, who drummed with SNFU, and that's how I met him. And he set us up with a whole bunch of things.
He picked us up from the airport, the bus station. We
Yeah.
were kind of all bummed, long tour, we're getting tired. Picks us up, has beer and tortilla,
Yeah.
egg and potato.
Torta, yeah.
For us. And he takes us to the beach, we sit on the beach.
Yeah, it
That's
was
probably
amazing.
the best part about Spain. is the beaches.
The beaches are amazing, I will say. Yeah, and then we went and played a bunch of shows. He got us into an anti-fascist festival in Bilbao, and in his hometown, Torrelavega, we played at the Torrelavega Sound City Festival. And then we played at La Grosse Bar, which was super fun, meeting a whole bunch of people. And just had
Chapitos.
Chapitos! It's just shots. And yeah. And then after that, we went to Germany, and we met the Roseburg group. And
Who we've toured with 3 times now?
yeah, 3 times now. Yeah, they come to Canada twice, and we went back there again in 2023. And in 2023, they picked us up, Rollsport Group. We played Berlin at Wild at Heart, and then we went to Hamburg and played in St. Pauli, which was amazing. And then we played a whole bunch more shows. Went to Frankfurt and played the Ow. Those were some of the highlights in Germany. And then we went to Rebellion Festival again for 2023.
In Europe, they fed us so well, treated us so well.
Oh my god, it was
The
amazing.
food there was amazing.
The food.
They would have like tables full of food and
Yeah.
for the bands.
Yeah, Spain is like super good, and Germany was just amazing too. We played some pretty. Yeah, it was touring in Europe is just amazing. It's different than Canada because they really love live music culture, and everybody's out there to support. So yeah, I mean, nothing against Canada. It's great too, but
Europe's a little cooler.
that's it.
Your songs have so many styles mixed into what ends up being the Shit Talkers. A song like Bison sounds like a mix of punk and metal and desert stoner rock. What kind of stuff influenced you the most when you were getting into music?
Well, I grew up with like classic rock, and my parents had a big band, and I always had tons of records around, so I had a lot of musical influence, everything from jazz. And then, but when I moved to Vancouver in 1986, I started discovering punk rock, and I never really heard a lot of punk rock except maybe the Sex Pistols and stuff. And then what really blew my mind is when I heard Flipper. Now, when I heard Flipper, I was like, there's a chance for me to be a guitar player, because they're just crazy ass. And also, Black Flag really blew my mind. The Cramps and Dead Kennedys and all that kind of stuff, kind of Circle Jerks, that kind of stuff. I was just absolutely blown away. I'd never really heard music like that. And a lot of local bands in Vancouver too. They just, I don't know. In Vancouver, in the early days, there were so many places. You could go to SBC, and you could go to the Waterfront, or you could go to Artist Club on Seymour, the Savoy, the Railway Club, and everybody was playing live original music, so there was a lot of influence there too. And yeah, that's what made me want to Santana. Okay, that was a good even though another thing that I really love is when I'm playing guitar at work is something. If I end up playing something that sounds like another song, I'm driven to find something that doesn't have like the natural resolve. I kind of like to drive people nuts when they think it's going to go somewhere, but they're thinking of the next note, that, you know, dun 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 dun, and I'll be like, no, I'm going to have to go dun 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 dun, or something different, right? I like it to be unique, and this guitar is really amazing because of the sound this guitar has. It's great sustain, and I set it up so I have a dead stop, and then yeah, I play with my heart.
Liz, your playing style is beyond magical. You are like a guitar wizard up there. Sometimes watching you is like seeing a new kind of freeform punk jazz where you seem like you almost use your guitar like a percussive instrument, and it is connected to your subconscious mind. How did you develop this unique style of guitar playing?
Well, let's see. I started jamming with a whole bunch of people, and they were like very amazing musicians, and I was just like somebody who just played by ear. They were all well trained, and we played jazz and reggae and all kinds of stuff. And mostly, I love to play with the drums. That's why I love playing with Nadia, because like I do follow her drums, and so that kind of I think gives me a little bit of the percussive idea that you were talking about. And when I get fucked up, I just do a shotgun, and I love playing really fast. I play with a really light, flexible kit, Dunlop 60 mil, and so I get a lot of thick sounds across it, and I just love all the classic slides, and yeah, and I would just definitely say I got taught that if you play a brown note, then you play that again, you know, and I don't know, and I love playing guitar. I love playing guitar.
Any final words for your fans at Punk Globe?
Thanks for having us, and please check us out on YouTube. We have a lot of crazy videos, and you can check out our website at theshittalkers.com.
Spotify, iTunes, and music.
So Apple, iTunes, all those streaming things that don't get us. So buy some vinyl.